Wanted to show you all what we've been working on this weekend. Jim's been working his you-know-what off, putting together cement forms for the barn foundation. So this place is an absolute mess. We are going to see it clean one day soon. And he's been out here on his tractor working today for me, and I'll show you that in just a second. But wanted to show off the foundations for the barn that he's been working on the last 2 days straight. And he's essentially putting the concrete forms in, and he's going to be renting a tamper, one that works machine-wise. He's got pretty much all the forms built, and all he's got to do is straighten them out. And he went to the store to get some more of these stakes, which are pretty darn expensive. And then once he gets the forms in, I think the next step is to get somebody come down here to inspect it, to look at it, make sure it's done right. Then he'll put plastic down, and then he'll put rebar. And then we'll be able to call in the cement mixer to pour the cement for the barn base. And then the biggest part of getting prepped for it will be done and over with. And now that Jim has his little tractor, he's like, "What do you want me to do to the landscaping today, honey?" So we purchased some gardenias, which love shade. So we planted one there, one there, one there, and one there, and they're going to be white. Now, gardenias usually bloom during the winter, but I think these are summer blooming, so I can't wait to see them. They're supposed to be white, and they're good under the shade. So we've got the perfect place to put them, because Jim took all the old railroad ties that were scattered around the yard and made me a landscaping flower bed from them and filled it up with dirt and mulch. I just love him for that. And then a couple of weeks ago, we created this little planter on the side of the yard, the driveway coming into the house, and we used old trees that we had felled or had found laying down, and I filled them up with mums and asters. Thank you, Lowe's, for the wonderful clearance price plants that you sold to me. And then today, Jim, of course, says, "Can I use my tractor to help you?" "Yeah, honey, I need a little flower bed on the other side of the driveway." So that's what he did. And what we've got planted here right now, when we were up in Colonial Beach, we went walking one day and found a magnolia tree pod with a bunch of seeds in it. And our goal is to actually plant some magnolias on either side of the driveway to grow up to form an allée, which is French for driveway, I guess. And so we've got them growing. We managed to get 12 to survive. So we planted the pots in the mulch along this side of the driveway just to keep the roots warm over the winter and see how well they'll do. And I've got my Halloween decorations out. See my little bats hanging from the fence. And we have solar-powered lights in the little jack-o'-lantern and some little skulls wiggling around in the wind. And then Jim's been busy putting mulch down here at the top of the driveway. And I've been wanting to try this for a while, so I finally got around to it. We had an old wheelbarrow that's full of holes and couldn't hold water and was about to fall apart. So I went to Lowe's and bought some pansies. And so now it looks like the wheelbarrow is emptying pansies out on top of the mound of dirt and mulch. And pansies are like lettuce to deer and rabbits. So what I essentially have done is I poured some used kitty litter, which is going to be a very strong uric smell, behind the mound. And I also poured deer and rabbit repellent, which is made up of rotted eggshells, garlic, and then I put some sprinkles of Irish Spring minty soap flakes around it. So, I'm hoping that this will keep the rabbits and deer away from it until the plants can get really nicely established and I don't have to end up feeding the wildlife. But I'm so excited. We got so much done today, and I'm just so thrilled about having our little flower beds on either side of the driveway. Woohoo!